Welcome everyone to another one of my Blender tutorials. And tonight I've been experimenting with some different things and how to get you different effects with your video pre-rolls. So I found something new I could show you, and it's very simple and straightforward and doesn't require a really difficult setup. So I'm going to get my camera set up first here, and I'm going to go to get my axes on 0, and I want to do it this way. I'm always looking straight down at the what I want to show you. So we're going to rotate this 90 degrees after doing Alt R and resetting it. I want to make my world completely black like so, and then I want to use my orthographic camera because, as you know, before we're just using text here, and we're doing some simple video pre-rolls for videos. So I found this technique, and we're going to add some text. We're going to take this light, and I'm just going to delete it because I'm not really going to use it. And we'll just hit X here and delete it. So we're going to put some text here. We're going to Shift A, go down and select text, and we're going to use that fictitious movie studio again, Vector Studios. So, and we want to get it centered up. If you go into your options for your text here, I'm going to get it right there in the center, and I want to do RX to have it facing the camera. So we take a quick look to the camera view, and I like to use the composition guide. It's a good little feature. Does the golden ratio. So we'll get that right in the middle there. I'm going to back out of this for a minute. Now what we want to do is we want to put a plane here. Shift A. And match and plane. And we're going to scale this about the X a little bit. And a little bit about the Y. That's Y. Like so. And we're going to rotate this 90 degrees. Okay, so as you see, you can't see anything right now, but we're going to use this plane. What we're going to do is we're going to apply a glass shader to it. Like so. And now if we look to the one, we're going to also get our text. We want to put the emission shader, which I really like because there's no noise in it. So this also makes it very simple when you render your animation for your pre-roll. You don't have to deal with noise, so that's always a good thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to look through this painted glass, and we're going to do some things to the glass to shake, jiggle the image up a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go over to our hit in, go over to our nodes area while we have our plane selected. Get in here and use the material nodes editor, like so. So we've got, the default for the glass is it's white, and it's got an IR of 1.45. But what we want to do is I want to add a displacement to the let's see, we want to add the wave texture is what we want to get. And we're going to apply that wave texture as a displacement to there. So what we're going to do here is so you can animate this wave texture. And I'll show you a little something I did previously. I rendered a sample here. It's on my desktop here. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, and it looks pretty cool right here. And we'll get that full frame here. So we got this kind of a hallucinogenic, wavy type thing going on. And I'll show you the two things I did to get it to do like that. So that's what it's going to look like. Maybe it'll look a little different, not exactly, but it's just a matter of playing with the values. So we're going to make this a 90-second animation, and we want to use this for a video pre-roll, so we need it 30 frames per second. And so what you can do, it's just about playing with the values here. And what I've got here, I've got a starting, let's see what it is. You can like say just hit I there, move it down say to 30 frames here, and maybe tweak the distortion a little bit, and you just hit I. Oh, that's the wrong one. Alt-I to clear that. You can also keyframe that as well, but I just want to do this, and maybe on the 60th frame, and you can also hold down the Shift key and drag through these values and have a little. I think it gives you a little more control. Maybe do that and say hit I, and then on what we'll do, just 10 frames before the end, we'll have everything straightened out. And we'll put 0 in there for both those values, and just hit I and keyframe that. So then we'll just add that, we'll keyframe that again at the end, at the last frame. So what we got here, and also to improve the performance of your viewport runner, you go down, you can increase this value. I've been using 1024, good even power 2 there. And so what you got is this it's a little bit of a, I don't know, it's like a hallucinogenic type of thing here. And anyway, that's what you can do. Now what I did in addition, you can add on to this, and I did this earlier as well. You can animate the roughness of the glass and say, let's go to frame 45, and we'll crank the roughness all the way up. Right? We'll keyframe that, and now we'll go to the first frame and just say 0, and the last frame we'll go 0, 0 again, and then we'll hit I, of course, keyframe. And then you can have something kind of spooky looking here. You might want to say, maybe we'll tone the roughness down a little bit at frame 45. We'll cut it to 0.25. Now, so we'll have this, well, it looks like we got it at maximum there. We'll go to 0. Yeah. And let's see, did I have it all the way up at the end? No, okay. So now you get this kind of effect. And then it comes back into focus. So anyway, you can, as I showed you earlier, now that you've got all this information, you got this particular animation, you got your plane, well, you can go ahead and, you know, you can make a full copy of the scene, like so, and then just go in, go over your outliner and look, and whatever you're going to have, we'll call this first scene, we'll call that Vector Studios. So, and the second scene, we'll go ahead and change the text. We'll go to wireframe, and we want to go to the scene 101. We'll call this presents. Like so. And then we'll have to go in and change that. And do that, just edit it back. Now we got these two scenes, and then you can make your next you can copy the scene again. You can make a full copy. Go on to X up here, full copy, and they'll call this scene the vector movie, like so. And of course, we got a duplicate of that text, and we'll go on the tab here, hit backspace. So, and then we might want to shrink this down just a little bit, or you can adjust your camera, which is a perspective camera, and you won't even have to touch the text. You can just adjust your back like that, and so now we got 3 scenes. And I show you, this is a cool little trick. I'm just kind of going over the same thing here really, but you can I'll do this one more time because I think this is a really cool trick I learned in Blender. And so we got, you know, this animation here, and it's doing all the same as all the other animations, but what you want to do is you want to go to your video editing. Now all the scenes are 90 frames long, so you don't want to adjust this yet, but what you do, you just go down to add. You can add the scene. You want to add the first one we're on is Vector Studios, so we're going to add that first, like so. And then what you want to follow that is presents, and you go in here and you'll go down here actually. Add presents as a scene. Okay, presents. There you go. I got lost there for a minute. And you can hit G, and it should snap like so. Then you want to add your last strip, your last scene rather, the vector movie. And you hit G, and you can move it down like so. Now keep in mind, you can scroll, you can zoom out here on your layers. Keep in mind, now you want this all to be one continuous strip, or one continuous animation. And so what you do is you go ahead and now what you do is you add 180. You make your timeline 180. So this didn't do it. Okay, we refresh the sequence there. Okay, let me look at this. I like to look at the frame numbers. Oh, it's going to be, actually it's going to be 270. My mistake there. Now 270. 3 times 90 is 270. So you can actually preview a rough, well, it won't let us do it because we got the glass pane in there. But you can go back to the default. You can, because of that glass pane, we'll have to maybe change the view here. Let's see if I can do this. Change it back to wireframe. Now go back. Well, let's see if we go back into video editing. No, it's not going to show it to us. But anyway, I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll go back to the default editor, because there's not a means to view it here. And we'll just hide the plane. And now, nope, it's not going to show it to us. But anyway, what you can do, what we'll do, we'll just go ahead and show you how to do this. And we'll go back and unhide that plane, because we want it to be in the render. Okay, so what you can do here is, what do you want? Once you get to this point, and you've got your 3 strips, and you've lengthened your timeline, you can make all these render as one file. You go to properties, and now you want to what we'll do, I'm going to do this. We're going to make this a little smaller, 960, and we're going to say this is 540. Oh, 540. Just so we can get a well, so let's go back for a minute. because we can do it by resetting the compression here, and we'll go down to about let's go to 20%. And now you can set up what you want to do it as. We want to do it as H.264 because we want a little short movie, and you can set your where you want to put it. Now create a new directory, and we'll call this vector blur demo, and then you got to go find it. Once you name it right there and hit accept, and now I've tested this several times, so it should happen for me. 270, okay, and we'll hit animation. And what it'll do, what's really strange about the whole thing is the first 90 frames, which would be that first strip, will be a little slow like this. But once it gets to those other two scenes, I don't know what it is about Blender, but I like it. It will take the other scenes and it will just take off and do the other two without too much of a delay. So you'll see here, I've got it rendering real low. When it gets this 90th frame, it just goes right on time. It does a little faster, actually. You don't see the tile sampling for some reason. I don't know why it does that, but it's a cool feature. So we'll let this finish here. It won't take too long. I'm making it really small so you can see what I'm doing here, and to show you how this works. See, it's moving a lot faster than it did on the first one. So I like that feature a lot. Just a few more minutes here. Yeah, I've tested this once, so it works out really well. And you have to, though, go up here to properties window and set everything up, and then it just does it. And yeah, it's really cool. Just a few more minutes here. This is the second scene presents. I would play some music, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. So anyway, it's going to go to the next scene, and it just chugs right on through it there. Now, of course, if you want to use this for a video, you have to crank this up to 100% to get it. But this helps me sit here, and I don't have a feature in my screen recorder to pause the camera, so I do it this way so I can demonstrate it right here in the tutorial. So we're getting down to the last 50 frames here. So here it goes. It's going to finish up here. Now, if I render this 100%, it takes about an hour and a half. Here, just to show you, to demonstrate it. And there it goes down to the end. Boom, all three of them. Okay, let's play it back. So here we go. All all 3 scenes. And so that's it for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you can find this useful. And I hope they don't change this. I like the way this works here. So anyway, if you got any comments or questions, put them in the comments section there. And please subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. I'm out of here.